Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup look is actually the most requested makeup look. This is the makeup look that I did on my cousin's wedding when I was in Bangladesh, and this look has been done solely by using Kryolan, paint stick and Pancake, so keep watching. Also, this video has been collaborated with one of the artists from USA. Her name is Farzana. She recently opened up her own channel and she's very educated when it comes to makeup, so please do check out her video and her channel out. I will link it down below on the description. So of course today's makeup look is completely going to be used with just Kryolan, paint stick and Pancake, so keep watching for that. So first thing first, I always like to moisturize my face here. For that I'm using Vaseline. It's a little thicker and that's because I have a dry skin, and because Kryolan, paint stick and Pancake is a little heavy and also quite drying, and if you have a dry skin like I do not forget to use a moisturizer because it's very important. Now, first thing, I always like to start off with my eye makeup. Now, eye makeup, I only like to do it first if I'm using a lot of black in my eyes or a lot of loose glitter, because then I will have a lot of fallout and it's easy to clear it out that way. I like to always actually do the top part, like conceal the top part on my eyelid and the bottom of my eyes when I'm doing Kryolan, Pancake and paint stick makeup. Other than that, when it comes to foundation, I'm totally cool with either doing it before or after, it doesn't matter. Now, the eyeshadows are pretty straightforward. I am using a lot of Morphe eyeshadows, and the reason because Morphes tend to have a lot of colorful eyeshadows in it, so it's a lot nicer and it's fun to play around with a lot of color. The other palettes are usually more on the warmer tones and they don't really have a lot of greens and blues in it, so that's the reason why I like to go on the Morphe. Now this is the Too Faced Chocolate palette, and as you can see it's pretty broken down, it's beat up completely, and that's because I went to India trip and it was in my luggage and there was a lot of cracks and stuff, so I decided to just toss it out instead of, you know, trying to fix it with alcohol. But yeah. So moving on to the glitter. Now this is very exciting because I don't actually usually do this. I always like to go with my Urban Decay glitter liners, but today I'm using a lot of loose glitter because that's the exact one that I've used when I was in Bangladesh. So what I like to do is I obviously like to use a glitter glue on my eyelid, and then I like to press the loose glitter onto my lid. The glitters were actually bought from just a regular art store, but they're very finely, like fine glitters, so they look really nice on the eyes. Now for eyeliner, I'm using my liquid liner by Sephora. These are not waterproof, but if you would like to use a waterproof, I would suggest going with any gel liners, especially Inglot gel liner. It's a really nice one. Now what I'm doing here is I'm kind of diffusing out the black liner so it doesn't look so harsh at the end, and also I'm going to create that outer V shape. Just because today's look won't have any like long wing liner, this is going to be the exact look that I did in Bangladesh. So this is how I like to usually diffuse out the outer edge of my eyes when I'm not creating a wing eyeliner look. So moving on to my eyebrows right after mascara. For this, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in shade Chocolate. Kryolan, paint stick and Pancake is actually one of my most favorite makeups out there, and it is one of the best makeup in my opinion, and it suits almost all kinds of skin tones. Now when I talk about Pancake, a lot of my clients actually get scared because they think, oh, I'm gonna make them look really ghostly white, but it's not true. So next thing what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to apply this cosmetics, Innomineral cosmetics in the shade Gold Diamond, and I'm applying that right underneath my eyebrows on the brow bone just to lift up my brow bone here a little bit, and you can see it's really beautiful. All the shadows that I'm playing with are going to eventually turn out looking a little shimmery. None of the colors that I'm using is going to be super duper matte. other than the eyeliners, of course, that is going to be matte and the black eyeshadow, but all the other colors, like the transition colors and everything, I kept it very kind of shimmery tone, just because I don't know why, for some reason I tried that look and it turned out really nice, and you'll get to see the end look obviously, but I think I love the fact that all the shades were actually kind of shimmery and not super matte. So we played a lot with the shimmers and the glitters, and I think when you go to a party, that looks amazing. Now this is the thing that I'm talking about in the most awaited base makeup. So I'm going to start off with a little darker shade because that will kind of do the job of my orange concealer, right? It's going to help me hide all the hyperpigmented areas and the dark circles around my face. Now to balance it out, I'm using FS38 after using the color Chinese. Now what it will do is it will balance the shade out throughout my skin. Now it definitely is going to be a little darker than my skin and a little orangier than my skin, but that is totally fine because we have the Pancake after to sort of balance it out. If you are an artist, you shouldn't be scared of playing with tones, because that is one of the coolest thing as an artist, is to be able to work with different colors and different skin tones and types. So you shouldn't be at all scared, and even if you're not an artist, I'm telling you, playing around with colors is just as fine. You don't have to match the skin tone 100% as long as the finished look looks 100% perfect. So right now it's still in the process. Don't get all hooked up and worked up with the base. We are very coming close to our skin tone, so which is amazing. Now Kryolan comes with 50 to 60 different shades, so obviously you can see it's quite hard to choose from the internet, especially when you're buying it online. We don't have a store here, so I often actually go and buy online. We have a school that sort of sells it, but they don't have all the collection in stock. Now the shade of Pancake that I'm using is actually called NB. This is the shade NB. So as you can see, this shade is actually balancing out that yellowness that I had previously very well. But remember, before you apply Pancake, you have to set your entire paint stick using a translucent powder by Kryolan. So as you can see, the two different shades, the darker one is NB, the one that I just applied, and the lighter one is actually FS38. Now I'm using the FS38 to lighten up my shade a little bit more because we don't have a highlighted process here. We didn't highlight our under eyes and all those areas, our higher points of our face. So that's the reason why we are using a lighter tone now to balance those higher points of our face perfectly. And now using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to sort of blend that into my skin. But remember, only the neck you're going to swipe. The rest of the face is just going to be on a dabbing motion. Otherwise, if you don't do it on a dabbing mode, what you're going to do is you're going to take a whole bunch on your, like a beauty blender. And that's not what we want. We want the makeup to stick to our skin and not come out, right? So we're going to dab that. Another thing is, make sure that every area of your face is dabbed properly into your skin. This is a very crucial step if you are playing with Pancake and paint stick. You want your makeup to look flawless, not look patchy or cakey, so you want to make sure your face is blended really well. Now wait for the Pancake to dry before you go in with your wet sponge, dabbing it all into your skin. So the trick is, you want your Pancake to dry into your face before you go in with dabbing it with a wet sponge. So once that's done, now we're going to go into contour, because we do not cream contour in this step, so that's the reason we have to powder contour it. And generally speaking, I actually like this process a lot nicer, because in real life it looks a lot more natural and glamorous, and also you photograph really well. So this, I honestly think Kryolan, Ben Nye, and Graftobian, these are some of the most high-end professional style of makeup, and if an artist can truly do this base, it's a perfect base to work with. So now here we're going to do the nose contour and everything else just as usual. And I'm obviously using my Hoola bronzer. You can use any other deeper, darker color according to your preferences. That's absolutely up to you. Now for blush, I'm using Pinch Me by MAC Cosmetics. And if you look at the base in all right now, it looks beautiful as it's now blending into your skin. So for this makeup to completely set into your skin, remember the technique is always to dab it into your skin with a wet sponge. And if you don't do it right, it's gonna look really cakey. We don't want that. Now to set everything down to my face, I'm using rose water, a natural rose water. You can, buy from a grocery store and just apply it. This is the best one anyway, because rose water actually keeps your makeup really fresh and your skin very hydrating too. So this is a very, very good technique. And it's good for even oily skin and dry skin, because now the makeup is set, you can actually go ahead and apply rose water. If you don't want rose water, you can do makeup setting spray. It's all up to you. For highlighter, I like to use a loose powder for these kind of techniques. For that, I'm using my Inglot highlighter. This is the one by JLo collection, and it's called Living the Highlight. Once that's done, I'm going to now move on to my lipsticks. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm now going to first do my under eyes. So some parts of my eye makeup was actually left out. So for example, my bottom mascara and my waterline. And these ones are just by Revlon I'm using. I'm just doing this because I did the same technique in Bangladesh too, and it made my eyes look really like pop. So I like to do that quite often. And now I'm just going with my bottom lashes, and the reason why I didn't apply it before when I was doing my top lashes is because I'm dealing with water here and none of my mascara or my eyeliner is waterproof, so I didn't want it to kind of spread on my face. Now for lipstick, I'm using my lip liner by MAC Cosmetics. This is called Boldly Bare, I believe, and it's a really beautiful color. Of course, I have green on my eyes and I don't want my lips to look overpowering, so I'm going to obviously settle it down with something more natural. But definitely it has a little bit of that color, but it doesn't look that bright, which is something very soothing to the eye. And now I have given you two choices. You can either go with Nikki's Nude by MAC Cosmetics, which is a limited edition and you might not be able to get it, so that's why I have the Inglot option on the side. I didn't use Inglot for this look, but I went with the MAC, but I'm giving you that option because they're pretty much identical. So that is it, guys. This is the look. I'm gonna quickly wear my extensions, and now I have been all ready, but this is the last step that I'm gonna do. I have taken that same highlighter by JLo and I'm just applying that on my inner corners of my eyes to make it look more, like pop out, make it look more Barbie-ish, But yeah, this is the final look, guys. Now you can not wear jewelries, is up to you. You can, choose to leave out the jewelries, but I decided to wear mine because this is the exact look I did in Bangladesh, so I thought of wearing it anyway. So yeah, I was actually wearing this top with a green skirt. If you go on my Instagram, you will see the whole look. And I was actually wearing long extensions. Here I'm just wearing a medium length extension. And I paired it up with the green jewelry because it matched my skirt. And also I have popped in some contact lenses. If you want to know the name of the color, it's called I believe it's called Sterling Silver by Fresh Look. This is a Canadian local brand, and these are powered. I'm blind, without them I can't really see far, so yeah, I like to wear these contact lenses quite often. But yeah, this is the entire final finished look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Let me know what you guys feel about the techniques down below. And yeah, don't be scared of Pancake. Pancake doesn't make you look fair. It's just some places people likes to use it in the wrong way and bring bad name to Pancake and paint stick. I have learned this technique from my mother because my mom was a makeup artist herself, and I have done this technique on my wedding too. So here I am pretty much telling you my family secret of Pancake and paint stick makeup techniques, right? But But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you happen to recreate this look, please do tag me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to share them with my fellow followers. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Hope to see you next time on my next video. Till then, take care.